to do all this? So my view is 50%.
Only if you give me 1 minute again, sir.
Yes, you please, however you want it, because it's a very important topic.
Because I believe this explanation has come because of the Orion appliances. Because before Orion appliances case, when there was, that judgment says there was no mechanism to knock off the trading related settlement credit.
Yes.
So it should be done on some reasonable basis. That was the, more or less the observation.
Decision.
Yeah, previous Murthy's decision, sir. So I believe that this.
It's a single member decision. It is binding on us, no doubt about it. But fact of the matter is, you see BC Srinivasa Shetty's case. If there is no 128 area, if there is no mechanism, the levy is not contemplated. Therefore, if the mechanism is put, levy is contemplated. Right? If your mechanism is put in place, that means you contemplate trade, you can take credit on trading.
So
Use it to your advantage.
Not take the wake or wake, tail will take the wake or
The tail will have to wake back. Because tail is an important part of it. You can straighten the tail. You can never do it. So tail is also part of the I do see there are decisions both ways like this. Explanation is it should expound, not expand. At the same time, there are decisions of Supreme Court which say the explanation, the wordings are very clear, should be given effect. So, notwithstanding the dog principle, yes, I still feel 6 bracket 3B should be given effect. That's my view. Now, the last question on reverse charge mechanism, I think all of you are very clear that. No, I'm sorry. One of you were saying that prior to 1/7/2010 you can utilize the credit, and after 1/7/2012 you cannot. Prior to 1/7/2012 you can use the credit, and after 1/7/2012 you cannot. Well, the other two said it is not eligible at all. My view is this. If you look at Rule 2R of the Senate rules, provider of taxable services includes a person liable to pay tax. Person liable to pay tax is defined in Rule 2(1)D of the Service Tax Rules 1944. To include a person liable to pay tax under the reverse charge mechanism. So he becomes a provider of taxable service. If he becomes a provider of taxable service prior to 1/7/2012, he is also liable to pay tax, and therefore he can use his SEMAT credit for discharging tax on output service. So prior to 1/7/2012, he could have used SEMAT credit. There is a decision of the Karnataka High Court in Arvind Mills case, 23 STR, which supports this, broadly supports it. Only where it was barred was the GTA. Nahar Spinning Mills, Punjab and Haryana High Court decision is there. Only the GTAs were barred. The others could use to pay tax or even on the reverse charge mechanism. But after 1/7/2012, they have barred this reverse charge mechanism, subject to what I told you in the first question. Whether it will apply for partial charge or full thing, that has to be seen. But in case of import of services, let me also tell you, this is on utilization of credit, but food for thought. Is there any charging provision for import of services? Is there a charging section today after 1/7/2012? I ask you this question because why should I not ask you one more question? Is there a charging section post 1/7/2012 for import of services? It's not there. There is only a payment mechanism which is prescribed in 68(2). That is on the liability. Chargeability is not there. And therefore, that entire reverse charge mechanism as regards imports is set to fail if it is challenged. Yes, sir.
So just one, this charging section now uses the word provided in the taxable territory. And in order to decide whether to provide the taxability, we have to refer to the place of origin. So import after 1/7/2012, can one take a view that once, as per the BOPS rules, if it falls under taxability, the charging mechanism is already embedded in section 6?
In my view, the BOP will decide only where the services are provided. Where the services are provided. I am aware of this view that the government says the central government is delegated, they can make rules where the services is provided, in the taxable territory or outside the taxable territory. Fact of the matter is that there is no charging section if the service is provided outside the taxable territory, but the recipient is in India. I will give you an example. Let us assume that I am a head office. I get a contract from a client in UK to execute a software project for, say, 10 lakh rupees. Part of the execution is done by a branch in UK itself. Right? Perfect? Now, as far as the payments that are done to the branch in UK for services which are rendered outside India, where I am the beneficiary, but the actual recipient of the service is also outside India, can it be brought to tax? The service is not rendered in the taxable territory. Can you, by relying on 66C, say that it is rendered in the taxable territory? No. And therefore, whatever component, even if I were to remit the amount from India, let us say, because I get the total consideration from the foreign person, even if I were to remit the amount from India, the service is not rendered in the taxable territory. And therefore, there is no tax will fall on services rendered by a branch to a foreign entity, even if the payment is routed through. Think about this. So I thank you for the opportunity. And I would like to ask any questions. Yes, sir.